Good day and welcome to this GVD News. You are watching live on YouTube, Facebook and Flow Channel 115. It is Wednesday, 13th March 2024. World Kidney Day on March 14th, 2024. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs will join with the rest of the world in commemorating World Kidney Day. World Kidney Day provides a global platform to raise awareness of the importance of kidneys to overall health and to reduce the frequency and impact of kidney disease and its associated health problems. Dr. Gloria Girard tells us more.
On March 14, 2024, the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs will join with the rest of the world in commemorating World Kidney Day. World Kidney Day provides a global platform to raise awareness of the importance of our kidneys to overall health and to reduce the frequency and impact of kidney disease and its associated health problems. The high burden of kidney disease, global disparities in kidney care, and poor outcomes of kidney failure bring a growing burden of care for affected individuals, their families, caregivers, and the community as a whole. To date, over 850 million people worldwide suffer from some form of kidney disease, which increases every year. This means that approximately 1 in 10 people are living with chronic kidney disease. This condition is the gradual loss of kidneys' ability to perform essential functions and can be caused by high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, smoking, and other risk factors. In St. Lucia, as of February 2024, there were 187 people living with end-stage renal failure and on dialysis. It is important that our health systems make every effort to meet the healthcare needs of people living with and affected by kidney failure. One key strategy was the establishment of the nephrology clinic at the primary healthcare services at the Miku Wellness Center of Excellence for management of non-communicable diseases in March 2023. In addition, the Ministry of Health seeks to encourage every St. Lucian to adopt healthy lifestyle practices such as increasing your intake of fruits and vegetables, decreasing your intake of salty foods, replacing sugary drinks with water, and exercising at least 30 minutes a day, 3 to 4 times a week. Initiating these healthy lifestyle choices early and consistently can reduce your risk of developing kidney failure along with other chronic health conditions. This World Kidney Day, let's unite to become a nation that embraces, builds healthy living and promotes environments to manage, uplift persons living with, and prevent kidney disease. For more information, please contact the Bureau of Health Education at the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs at telephone number 468-5349.
The Ministry of Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment informs the public that the Public Assistance Program (PAP) and Child Development Review for all clients will be carried out during the period March 11, 2024 to April 5, 2024. Please note that welfare officers will be seeing clients from across the island from Monday to Friday at their regional offices. All welfare clients are asked to present the required documents: client card, an updated doctor's book or letter as recent as 1 month. Doctor's book must be stamped using the hospital or health center stamp for bedridden, sick, mentally challenged, amputees and elderly clients. Birth and baptismal certificate for each child or children on public assistance. National identification cards for everyone 18 years and older. For further information, please contact the Ministry at telephone number 468 5128, that's for Castries, and 454-6478 Vieux Fort. In light of the recent gun violence, the Royal St. Lucia Police Force is doing its part in apprehending suspects and eliminating illegal firearms from the hands of those who are not legal to have them. On Monday, March 11, 2024, about 7:15 p.m., officers attached to the Soufrière police station arrested a 34-year-old male in possession of a firearm and ammunition at Fort-Bernier, Soufrière. During the course of his arrest, he sustained a gunshot injury. He is currently receiving medical care and is reported to be in a stable condition. A Smith & Wesson pistol and one magazine containing one 40-round of ammunition was recovered on his person. Investigations are ongoing in this matter. The incident that took place around 7 p.m. on Monday, March 11, 2024 at Fort-Bernier, Soufrière involved the Soufrière police giving an order to a motorist to stop, which was reportedly disregarded, leading to a chase. Allegedly, the man attempted to reach for a firearm, prompting the officers to take decisive action, resulting in the discharge of their weapons, targeting the motorist's lower body. Following this intervention, the recovery of the firearm, allegedly within the man's reach, took place. Subsequently, the injured motorist was transported to the hospital for medical treatment. Despite the severity of the incident, reports indicate that the individual is in a stable condition. This series of events underscores the challenges and risks faced by law enforcement officers to ensure public safety and carry out their duties effectively. The outcome of this encounter highlights the delicate balance between the use of force and preserving the well-being of individuals involved in such incidents. On Wednesday, 6 March 2024, the government of St. Lucia undertook an important and symbolic event by holding a sword-turning ceremony for the Pasias Water Supply Redevelopment Project in Mico North. This pivotal initiative aims to address and resolve the persistent issue of low water supply within the area, bringing hope and relief to the communities affected by this pressing concern. During the ceremony, the district representative of Mico North, Honorable Jeremiah Norbert, emphasized the significance of this project, stating, "For too long, the people of Pasias Prale, Monrepo, Mamico, Lapwet, Maguetut, Loba, Lahant, Wen Development, and St. Mary have had to contend with inadequate representation that fails to address their fundamental need for water. These communities have endured the unfortunate reality of poor water service, an unreliable water source, and significant disruptions in the system due to low water volumes during the dry and elevated levels of turbidity in the rainy season."
To ensure, as you know, we have a situation in the community where we go without water for days and we have constant disruptions in the supply of water. And what we're trying to do is to try to alleviate this problem. The government of St. Lucia has seen it necessary to undertake this project, and I want to thank the Prime Minister and his senior minister for seeing the need and for prioritizing Mico North and Pasias. And this project is going to supply water from Mamico, from Prale, down to Maguetut, and all the communities in between. So Lapwet, Laho, Maguetut, Pasias, Monrepo proper, St. Mary, all the environs will be benefiting from that project. We look to, now that we've done the official sword-turning ceremony, there is some administrative undertakings that must happen, so that will happen, and somewhere towards the end of this year, we'll see physical works on the ground. Close to the end of this year, we should be able to see physical works on the ground, and the project is estimated to take.
The impact of these water supply challenges have been deeply felt, affecting everyday life and creating hardships for the residents. As such, The commencement of the Pasias Water Supply Redevelopment Project brings a sense of optimism and renewed hope for the future. It signifies a critical step towards ensuring a reliable and sustainable water supply for these communities, enhancing their quality of life and fostering development and prosperity in the region.
So today what we had was an official sod-turning ceremony for the Pasias Water Supply Redevelopment Project. And this is a project that is a collaborative project, a collaborative effort with the CARICOM Development Fund and the government of St. Lucia, a project in excess of $4 million. This project will cause works to happen within the community, and we're going to see in excess of 22 kilometers of pipes being put in the community. We're going to see, currently we operate on a system that depends on gravity, and the system aims to move away. This new funding is going to create a system that is going to be dependent on a pump system.
The project is of utmost importance as it aims to address the critical issue once and for all. By constructing new pumping stations, laying down new mains, and installing water storage tanks, the initiative seeks to substantially improve the current water infrastructure. These vital interventions will play a significant role in providing a lasting solution to the problem at hand, ensuring a reliable and sustainable water supply for the community. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs would like to inform the public that the services at the Sexual and Reproductive Health Clinic at the Cicero Wellness Center will be open from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Thursday, March 14, 2024. This is to facilitate a staff training exercise. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs would like to apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. The improvement of technical vocational education and training in St. Lucia reached a significant milestone with the recent graduation of a select group of TVET instructors following intense CVQ assessor and life-saving training in CPR. Chris Satney tells us more.
The important training in cardiopulmonary resuscitation CPR and automated external defibrillator AED is a strategic move by TVET St. Lucia to provide educators with the skills and knowledge they require to not just provide excellent vocational training, but at the same time making sure students under their care are safe and can provide CPR AED assistance in any eventuality. The CVQ assessors and the first aid graduation ceremony conducted under the theme Celebrating Competence marked the end of the intense training for TVET instructors held at the UWI Open Campus at Mont Fortune. Education Minister Honorable Sean Edward says the initiative is a crucial first step towards a larger project to improve TVET quality and competency in St. Lucia. It is for this reason, the minister says, that the P.I., Auger, Grand Riviere and Stanley John Odler Memorial Secondary Schools are all currently being transformed into TVET-centered institutions.
I'm extremely pleased with the work that is happening in terms of the transformation of those schools. And nothing excites me more than when, as a former teacher, I can see traditional classrooms being transformed into barber shops and the other types of labs and amenities that we need to cause young people to venture into areas, as I said, where they can become employers of themselves.
The CPR AED initiative was made possible through funding from the Education Quality Improvement Project EQUIP and the technical expertise and instruction from the St. Lucia Red Cross. Executive Director of the St. Lucia TVET Council, Perry Thomas, says the country, through this TVET thrust, is creating the groundwork for a highly skilled workforce that can spur innovation and sustainable growth across a range of industries by investing in the professional development of TVET instructors and assessors.
It must be an exercise that ensures that the list of assessors are always refreshed with new ones coming in who have acquired new competencies. The term assessor is a term used to describe a key player involved in the assessment and accreditation activities. They are essential to ensuring that assessments are conducted efficiently, accurately, consistently, professionally, and ethically.
Education Officer for TVET Delphia Natram says the CVQ assessors and first aid graduation ceremony is a monument to St. Lucia's dedication to promoting a culture of competence and equality in technical and vocational education as the country continues to prioritize improvements of its educational system.
This ensures that our students being trained in CVQs and NVQs will be assessed in order to be certified themselves. Our efforts to ensure the competency of our teachers and school personnel to meet the requirements that will help us drive our TVET programs has led us to the training and certification of 29 graduates in first aid facilitated by the St. Lucia Red Cross.
Special awards were also presented at the occasion to honor individuals who have contributed exceptionally to the growth of TVET in St. Lucia and shown extraordinary devotion to their work. Among the recipients of the awards were Shanez Narcis, Lester Celestin, and Dr. Marjorie Jamison Charles. From the Communications Unit of the Department of Education, Innovation and Vocational Training, I am Chris Sackney reporting.
When we come back, a look at the latest weather.
The chicken you feed your family, we make sure it's healthy. Caribbean quality meats, Caribbean quality meats. Hormone free, all natural, antibiotic free. Chicken so tasty. Caribbean quality meats, Caribbean quality meats. Trusted quality, yeah, cause the chickens grow right here. 100% all Lucian, right price, easy decision.
Caribbean quality meat offers premium quality at affordable prices and produced right here in City Meats. For more info, available at all leading supermarkets.
So, this is goodbye. A professional one. A meticulous one. One with unique options. And total support. With multiple locations, we are focused on your hour of need. And so, this is the final goodbye. Be it traditional, at sea, or cremation, the Crick family will be here to help your family during life's most difficult moments. Crick's Funeral Home, telephone 452-2780 and 459-9212.
Institution will be visiting us this morning.
Hi, good morning.
At the National Farmers and General Workers Cooperative Credit Union, we are aware that you're not only a member, but you're the owner of this thriving institution, and as such we go above and beyond to respond to your various financial needs. We offer savings accounts, minors accounts, loans at low interest rates, and fixed deposit options. Visit us at our Viewfort, Castries, or Borderage branch. And remember, at the National Farmers and General Workers Cooperative Credit Union, you are not just a customer, you are family. You are our future.
Thank you very much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. I want to look ahead to the hurricane season and the water temperatures. Yesterday we focused on La Nina. Now I want to look ahead to the upcoming hurricane season with the unusually warm water. But I want to keep it all in perspective. I don't want to put any fear out there, but I always like to let you know what I'm seeing. I'm not going to ever hold anything back from you. So we're going to dive a little bit into the hurricane season, but it doesn't start for a few months. I do believe it's going to be active, but I don't know where a storm's going to go yet. So let me just get to the water temps. Now, the temps as of now, they're running above average. Of course, things have cooled down. We're at the tail end of winter, but everything out there, even as of now, even though we've cooled because of winter, they are running above average. We get a look at the Atlantic waters and you see it here. This red or orange shading you're seeing here, even some of the yellows, that means the temperatures are running above average. That's almost the entire Atlantic basin, especially where hurricanes develop, Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean, and out through the heart of the Atlantic, the kind of convergence zone where we see a lot of storms bubbling up off the coast of Africa. So that's not a good thing. I tell you what's good and what's not good. It's not good that the water temperatures are so warm, but that's just one of so many ingredients in the hurricane season, but it's an important one. So again, above average temperatures. So we have that. We see that in the Atlantic basin. Now this here, right here, you see that blue right there? Here's North America, Central America through here, South America. So here's North America. Right through here in the Eastern Pacific, there's some blue there. We've seen some cooling. Temperatures are actually now running below average there. And I bring that up because that's a sign of La Nina. La Nina, typically when we have a La Nina pattern, there's a lot of ways to kind of define it and break it down around the world. But typically when we have a La Nina period, which is signified by some cooling water and cool water in this area, that usually means there are more hurricanes. But again, doesn't mean one is going to slam into us. So, but that's also not a good thing. So unusually warm water where our systems form, plus La Nina on top of that. And again, I really broke down La Nina in yesterday's video. So if you want to go back and take a look at that, just to tie everything in. Now, this is a look ahead. This is a forecast, and this is way out in time. This is August, September, and October. Now, it's hard to forecast just a few days out in advance, yet a few months out in advance, but this is kind of a different type of forecast. We can get a feel of some stuff, kind of less specific stuff, as we go out in time. So heart of the hurricane season, August, September, and October. And once again, you see that orange shading. That's telling me we are going to have well, especially where the dark orange is, in the Caribbean, Gulf of Mexico, and the Atlantic, well above average water temperature. So again, La Nina, warm water now, and very warm water for hurricanes to feed on. But another ingredient that I look at is not just the warm water temperatures. Every summer the water's warm enough for hurricanes to develop. Of course, if it's extra warm, that's not good. But also the heat content is very important. Well, what the heck is that? The heat content is how deep does that warm water go? Because when you think about it, as a hurricane passes over the water, it churns it up. And if there's cold water down below, that colder water will quickly come up, and it may actually help weaken the storm. But if there's warm water all the way down, well deep into the ocean, and that warm water comes up, the hurricane could just keep feeding off of that. So the depth of the warm water is important, and that's something I'll put on the back burner. I'll keep an eye on that as we get into the hurricane season. Another not so good ingredient is the amount of moisture out there. This is another long-term projection, and I did touch upon this in yesterday's video. You see this green shading here. This is the August moisture. Usually in August, we have moisture in a lot of these areas, rain. A lot of us are in the rainy season that time of year. With that said, this is going to be above average. Where we have this green here, that means above average moisture in August. And again, these forecasts are pretty good. You can get a handle on things like this a few months out. Of course, we can't get a handle specifically on day-to-day stuff or where storms may go. But we have La Nina, very warm water, and lots of available moisture by the time we get into August. So yeah, that stuff's not good. But we could have a million storms out there. If they all curve out to sea, that would be a good thing. Although some of us need to get some rain. Hopefully we get a few weaker systems nearby. But if they, of course, come into our direction, that would be a big problem. It is going to be an active season. Doesn't mean we're going to get something. We just need to take it storm by storm, because as we get out into August, I need to see where this area of high pressure is, kind of the steering flow and things like that. Many other ingredients, the Saharan water and dust, how significant La Nina is. There's a zillion ingredients I watch out for. So just kind of putting that into perspective. And let's put this on the back burner, but I do like to give you the info from what I'm seeing. All right, let's get a look. Here's Cuba, my friends in Jamaica. As we go through the afternoon, we're still watching that system out there spinning. A couple spotty showers. I'll dive into the Caribbean in a second, and to show you what's next as we work our way into tomorrow or Thursday, you see some of the snow over toward the Rocky Mountains getting clocked with some big time snow with another system over toward Colorado. And here comes a front that will approach the East Coast, but this time of year, the front's really staying up toward the U.S., so not giving us a good chance of rain across the Caribbean. By the time we get into Friday, some of that rain along the east coast of the U.S. and still some spotty showers. I want to show you the wave heights in just a second. We're going to see the winds kicking up as we go over the next 2 days. Already have for some of us. And then by the time we get into Saturday, yet again, another system for the Atlantic region of Canada. Another system will be spinning in as we work our way into Saturday. So here's the closer look. Then I want to get into the Atlantic region of Canada and get a look at the wave heights. We'll do that in a second. See the tail end of a front as we go through our afternoon today. Again, a slight chance of a shower. Guadeloupe, we may get one. Barbados, very hit or miss. And even if you have the rain chance, like yesterday's rain chance I had in Trinidad was 30%. That's a very low chance, and it would be, if you got it, it would have been a sprinkle. And that's kind of what we're dealing with. 20-30% chance, but just that's very minimal as we work our way into tomorrow, working our way into Friday. You see that small chance of a shower, but there's a couple. There'll be a few around, so we'll just be tracking that for you. And then Costa Rica and Panama, as expected, the rain chance will bump up, may get a stray shower on our Friday afternoon as we get over toward Jamaica. Now here are the wave heights on the bigger picture. Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean, we get into the Atlantic. We've had these systems moving in, of course, very dangerous seas, North Atlantic. This is through the day today. By the time we get into tomorrow or Thursday, here's the scale in meters, here's the scale in feet to keep everyone covered. Now, look at this in the Caribbean. Things are going to bump up a little bit, 2 to almost 4 meters, especially central and western Caribbean. So we have a stronger winds out of the east. And even as we get over to the Bay of Campeche in the western Gulf, things are going to get a little bit bumpier. This is as we get into Friday. So we are looking at some spots about 2 to 4 meters or upwards of 7, 8, 9 feet in some locations. And of course, the North Atlantic staying a mess with one system after another, which is common for this time of year. Atlantic region of Canada, we've had these spinners move by. Now this time of year, including New England and the Mid-Atlantic, in between systems you get a little warm up. So I mean, we're about to get into a spring, not a huge warm up, but we are getting different temperature differences now, if that makes sense. So that system trying to spin away, and then watching this next one into tomorrow, see some of the rain moving into the Great Lakes, and then pushing off toward the Mid-Atlantic and New England. A little bit of snow on the back end of this, trying to squeak in to parts of Maine over toward Nova Scotia, New Brunswick. We may get a mix. This is as we get into our Friday afternoon. And then yet again, this system will kind of crank its way off the coast. Again, could be another pretty decent wind maker, and then wrapping in some colder air and some snow for some of us by the time we get into our Saturday forecast. So as we go throughout the day, again, rain chance about 20%. Next couple days in Jamaica, we're looking at a 10 to 20% chance in the Cayman Islands. And as I was mentioning earlier, that means we're looking at about an 80-90% chance of it just staying dry. Trinidad, rain chance stays so minimal. And not only are we dry this time of year, but boy, we are hot in many spots. Could see a few more passing showers in Barbados, even St. Lucia as we swing through our afternoon, even a couple as we get into the evening. Rain chance holding at 20% in Grenada and holding at 20% in St. Vincent the Grenadines. 30% chance in Martinique. It's that easterly flow that may brush us by with a couple showers. Dominica, 40% chance. But again, it would be generally on the brief side. Guadeloupe, 30 to 40% chance. And a 20 to 30% chance Antigua and Barbuda. 20 to 30% chance. St. Kitts, Nevis, Montserrat, Anguilla, St. Bart's a little bit lower, 10 to 20% chance. 20% chance today, tomorrow, and Friday. St. Martin, Saba, and Statia. And about a 20 to 30% chance the next couple days in Puerto Rico. May pop up a couple showers, maybe even a thunderstorm possible with the heating of the day. Isolated shower chance, U.S. and British Virgin Islands. Isolated in the Dominican Republic, and mainly dry and on the hot side across Haiti. Rain chance stays minimal in the Bahamas. Bahamas, 20 to 30% chance getting brushed by a couple showers. Turks and Caicos, Cuba, rain chance stays minimal, about a 10 to 20% chance the next 2 days. In Belize, and on the warm side, same thing over toward the Yucatan and Mexico. Rain chance next to nothing in Aruba, may catch a shower if we're lucky. Aruba, Curacao, and even Bonaire, but it will be windy. Thank you for leaving me those comments yesterday about some of the gusty winds. Bermuda, watching out for a couple of fronts nearby, especially by tomorrow. 30, 40, 50% chance by Friday. Costa Rica and Panama, not all day, but the rain chance bumping up. Guyana, we're looking at about a 30% chance. 30 to 40% chance in Suriname, especially southern and eastern areas in Suriname. In northern Venezuela, about a 20% chance of a passing shower. So spotty showers possible. Watching out for the drought, the wildfire conditions that I was highlighting a few videos ago. Very warm water temperatures, relatively speaking, for this time of year, and I expect that to give us that very active hurricane season. But again, I will take it storm by storm with you in putting that on the back burner a bit. Hurricane season starts June 1st, but with the water temperatures, I do think we're going to get something spinning up before the hurricane season actually starts, maybe late April into May, and that's why I've been highlighting some of this for you. So thank you for sharing this information. I hope you're well. Thank you for liking the video, subscribing, and leaving the comments. I love going back and forth with you. I hope you have a great day ahead.
That's all the news for this broadcast, Wednesday, 13th March 2024. Remember, if you see news in your neck of the woods, dial 722-6542 or 726-9914 or send us your footage. But remember to shoot in landscape, not portrait. Stay tuned with the latest news on our website, greatvisionsdesigns.slu.com. That's GREATVISIONSDESIGNSLU.com. Michaela Charles, Noel, GVD News, coverage you can't count on.